I would now like to introduce the Chief Service Officer for the City of New York. She is responsible for the engagement of New Yorkers in volunteerism across the city as part of Mayor Bloomberg's NYC Service Initiative, and Learning Leaders is a proud member in this call to service. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Diahhan Billings Buford.
Good morning. Good morning, Dana. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It is really a pleasure to be here. I remember being here last year, and I was just saying to someone, I have to, part of my job is going out and speaking, and it's very seldom that I feel like I'm always with people that I can connect with, but this is a population, being a Brooklyn girl, being a parent, having a 13-year-old who almost made me get arrested this morning. I was like, this population gets me. So it's good to be here again. I just want to say, you mentioned you love being at Columbia. It makes you feel smarter. It makes me feel broker. I went to law school here, and my day job doesn't pay that much, so I just feel broke. But on to why I am really, really here. Again, I think it is wonderful, not only the work that Learning Leaders does, and really that means the work that you do. I have the pleasure of working with Mindy and her team all the time, and I am always so grateful. The bottom line is I can't reach my goals of having more New Yorkers volunteer and serve if we don't have systems in place and organizations in place to make that happen. Those of you that are in the schools day in and day out, those of you that are training people, volunteerism is not easy. It is not simple. If we are to be effective, we have to be serious about this. We have to be focused on it. We need organizations like Learning Leaders to make sure that we are actually adding value and we are not wasting our children's time. And so, that is what I thank you for more than anything. Last year, when I spoke here, and I know you were all completely riveted, nothing else happened during the year, and you remembered every word I said, but I spoke about being a parent, and a parent of a child with special needs, and really not knowing, feeling very lacking confidence about how to properly parent my child and get him the education that he deserved. And I spoke about a volunteer making all the difference that sat me down and said, here's your options, here's what you can do, you can always call me. And so I'm not gonna tell that story again, because as I joke with my boss, who is 69, I'm like, listen, I'm younger than you, I do not forget where I told which story and say it again. But he tells me there are a lot of things I don't do. So I won't go through that entire story again, but I say it to remind us of our value as volunteers. And I hope for the kickoff of this year, that is what you all focus on, the value that you bring to individuals, because that is what every year and every work has to be about. I am, as you can tell, I like to joke, but I am actually in pretty much a thoughtful mode right now. And one of the things I have been thinking about is, as we talk about the schools and the great gains that we have had, I think it all really boils down to someone cared. And even actually, if you are not in the camp that thinks that our schools have gotten better, I think you could probably boil it down to someone didn't care. And so I ask you just to take that simple thought with you for today, for the rest of the year, as you volunteer, as you train people to volunteer. At the end of the day, we have a lot of work to do, but if we don't care, where will we be? I wouldn't be a very good chief service officer if I did not finish with my tagline, which is to use your blank for good. We believe that everybody in this city has something of value to offer, and it is just about the decision to figure out what that is and to apply it in the right way. You guys already do that, but again, I wouldn't be much of a chief service officer if I didn't ask you to do it again this year, to continue to do it, to do more. Ask yourself, only yourself, you don't have to share with others, do you care enough? Are you adding as much value as you can? The goal of NYC Service is to figure out how we engage New Yorkers, the resource that we will never lose, right? We're gonna lose money. We're gonna get budget cuts. We experience that. There's some that never believed we'd be right here, but we will never lose our people power. And how do we take that resource and address and put it towards our most pressing needs, one of which is our children and their education. And so I leave you with all those serious thoughts. I'd like to leave you with the joke. I don't have another one, but I will say this. In case you want to use some more blank for good, feel free to go to my website. You may have heard of it, www.nyc.gov. And there's an NYC service box, and we look so forward to having you continue what you do and continue to help our city in so many ways. Thank you.